Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? So, hey, I just wanted to have a conversation, really plant some themes, really think this out loud with you. And that is, I think, regardless of who wins the presidency at the end of this year, I think we as the middle class can count on two things in the next 3 to 5 years. I think it will vary somewhat based on where you live, with states like California, Illinois, and New York suffering more. But I think the middle class across the United States should at least consider what are the chances of taxes going up, both federal, state, sales tax, use tax. I mean, they're going to have to pay for these trillions of dollars somehow, some way. When we're past this event, when there's no more talk of stimulus, there's none of this stuff, the bill is going to come due and we are going to have higher taxes. I just read an article that Governor Cuomo in New York is begging the wealthy to come home. They're not coming. You have a leader in the I don't know what is she? Is she in the House, I guess? AOC. She wants to adopt a millionaires or billionaires tax to pay for this. But as Cuomo says, they are the most mobile people and they simply will not come. So that tax revenue that was once counted will go. Not only will AOC not see the increase in tax revenue she is hoping for, but she will lose taxes. And that will come on the back of the middle class. I am not sure why New York and California specifically have targeted the most mobile and wealthy among us. In New York, 1% pays 50% of the state taxes. You're going to raise my taxes again if I'm in the 1%? I am out of here. I'll go live in the Hamptons. I'll go live in Connecticut. I'll go somewhere else. AOC and others who believe in that billionaire's tax, you are guaranteeing that you have to raise taxes on the middle class. California, same deal. We in California, half of 1%, pay 40% of the state income tax. And they are talking about adding 3% to the state income tax, where California is already the highest. Same deal. We are choosing to pick on the most mobile. We are now picking on the ones who are being told you can work from anywhere. San Francisco is a ghost town. Is it any wonder that Texas real estate is on fire? Move to Texas, save 16%. I mean, it's simple. Joe Rogan. Guy signs a big deal, leaves LA, goes to Texas. He's a winner. Simple. So I believe that, again, we need to be prepared, myself included. Let's be very clear, myself included. I need to be ready to have my taxes raised. Because I'm not leaving California, California taxes will raise. When they fail to raise revenue from the rich, they are going to come calling on the middle class, is which I put myself in. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. We need to be prepared for this. The other thing I think we need to start talking about is inflation. The printing press is on high. It is arguably required. We need to make sure we have solvency so that we can get through, or liquidity, we can get through this, and then we will worry about solvency later. I am very concerned about all the debt that small businesses and frankly big businesses are taking on, becoming zombie companies. This has to come in the form of inflation eventually. So I've been asking myself for the next couple of last couple of days, if I believe taxes are going up and inflation is going up, what should we do? And I think everyone should ask that question. I'm lucky enough to be in the real estate arena. I do think that the historical tax advantages are at risk. If we have a change in the executive branch, there will be incentives, some call loopholes, closed, which may reduce the benefits of owning rental real estate. I believe the attack on landlords will cause the supply to shrink and rents to rise, again with inflation. If the current administration stays, I think those tax advantages, depreciation, 1031 exchange, the like, stays. But we need to realize there's not many other investments that produce income, right? Does gold or silver produce income? No. Arguably, it consumes if you have to store it. Bitcoin doesn't produce income, right? It offers capital gains opportunities. I just don't see, you could do dividend stocks, which with inflation could rise. But again, when we are looking at an environment that is not that far away, we get through this event in 6, 9, 12 months. We have a year of rebuilding, and then the bill comes due. Taxes are going up, probably at the federal level, certainly at the state level, probably some at the city level. Property taxes could go up, probably will go up. The bill for this is trillions of dollars. We won't think about it for the next couple of years, but it will come due. Then we're going to have to deal with inflation. Your dollar buys less. So in the end, I think the answer is, and I'm having this out with you so you can let me know if you see other options. But I think buying cash flow real estate in suburbia where it makes sense is the right idea. You have leverage, call it 80%. You have fixed rate debt. You have at least the ability to write off interest, repairs, maintenance, the like. Currently, you have the ability to write off depreciation. Currently have the ability to execute a 1031 exchange if the environment or assets are right. I don't see any better options. I don't see anybody in YouTube entertainer land talking about this. This is real. We will have another stimulus package. It will be trillions of dollars. But let's start looking to the future, because we have some big bills to pay, and we should be doing things now to get ready for it. So I just wanted to leave that food for thought, and would love to hear from you. What do you think? What are you doing? Right? If you see higher taxes and inflation in, say, 4 years, what can we do the next 4 years to be ready for it? I think that's a real meaningful conversation. We can have. We need to plan for that. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about the stimulus and the next $1,200 check that'll be spent in a minute. Let's talk about what we could do the next 4 years to get us ready for an environment that is likely significantly higher taxes and inflation. That double whammy just feels painful. I say that out loud and it feels painful. But if you own rental properties and inflation, kind of your friend, right? It increases the value of the asset. It increases rent. And best of all, your debt is fixed, please get 30-year fixed rate money. Please, please, please get 30-year fixed rate money. It's the only thing that I think really saves us, right? When inflation is up and your interest rate's 3.5, you're going to feel like a genius. So let me know what you think. I'm thinking about this all the time. I'm really nervous for the middle class. I don't think the middle class is ready. I think the middle class is very focused on today and they're very nervous. Kind of like 07, 08. And they weren't looking at 2010. 2010 was a great time to buy real estate, but they were nervous and scared. So I know we're nervous. I'm scared. I'm worried about everything going on today. But let's realize that 99.9% of us are going to be alive in 4 years. What are we going to be doing in 4 years if inflation and taxes are up? So food for thought. Let me know what you think. Leave comments below. If you're watching still, hit thumbs up and please hit subscribe. I produce multiple original videos for you today, every day, all around real estate. I'm a buy and hold investor that's been doing this 20 years. I am not an entertainer. I don't edit videos. I do all of my stuff live like this or my interviews live. I don't do any editing or any of that stuff. So if you just want the truth there, subscribe to the channel, invite others, and of course, have a wonderful day. Bye.